First off, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutations to the Akim out there pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. Salakia Akim, if I have to stop and catch my breath a lot, I'm feeling a bit under the weather, asthma acting up, but the Spirit, led me to basically do this video. And it's an exhortation to constancy. It's an exhortation to upkeep your spiritual growth and your spiritual bank account in this truth, right? Because we keep saying it, the apostles keep saying it, brothers keep saying it, that the order that was given from the elder apostle to do 3 videos a week, it was an order of love, right? It was an order to make sure that brothers, were remaining diligent, that brothers were doing the things that were required of them, to be vessels meet for the master's use, which is Yahweh, right? Bashem Yahushai. Right, so I'm just going to go over a few scriptures, to stir up, the remembrance of brothers, stir up your pure minds unto remembrance, because these are precepts that we know, but, for my sake doing the video, and for brothers' sake watching the video, it's an exhortation to remember to do the work, right? So this is Ecclesiastes 11 verse 1. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Now this is this is referring to basically making an investment, right? And the investment that we're making, that we're speaking about specifically in this lesson, right, is a spiritual investment. Doing this work, putting in the labor, building the house of David by the order, will garner us a reward from the Heavenly Father, right? As the scripture says, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our work and labor of love, right? So He will deliver us, right? And so if we put in the work, we will get the reward. It's as simple as that, right? This is Proverbs 12 and verse 24. The hand of the diligent shall be a rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute, right? Let's look up that word diligent to get a full understanding of what he's talking about, right? All right, so the Hebrew word there is karatazah, right? And it says, sharp-pointed, sharp, diligent, strict decision, trench, moat, ditch, right? So basically the word is going into diligent and sharp, right? So brothers have to remain on point. That's basically what it's getting into. Brothers have to remain on point. And how you do that? You do that by constantly sharpening your spiritual tool. Of course you go out there on the highways and the byways every weekend, brothers do it on different days. But also doing the sit-downs, allow you to constantly remain on point, because you're constantly revising the scriptures. You're constantly reminding yourself, rejuvenating the spirit, right? An athlete, when he has attained certain level of perfection, of fitness, if he doesn't maintain training, then he loses that, right? He can't say, okay, I've attained it, but then I'll leave it alone. No, you have to maintain it, You have to maintain, right? Moving on to the next scripture. This is Hebrews 6, start at verse 11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promise. And this says it all, right? So we desire, every man desire that all the brothers in the camps show the diligence required of them, to endure unto the end and to obtain the promises, right? But you can't do that unless you constantly do the work. You can't do that unless you do what is required of you. You can't just sit back with the knowledge that you have and say, all right, I know enough, I've done enough, and that's it. No, the Lord will take away your talent. Before you know it, you're back in the world like a nigger. You don't want that, right? That's not profitable for you, right? This is 2 Peter 1 verse 10. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fail. Right, so the apostle Tahar, gave us a push in the right direction. Do the 3 videos a week. For if you do these things, if you're constantly doing the work, first of all, that means that the word is being pushed out. There are hundreds of men in GMS. If 3 men, if one man do 3 videos a week, right, for the entire year, right, that's tens of thousands of videos, yo, pushing this truth, right, a year. So that the truth is going out there. Secondly, it helps you as the individual to build your character and to stay on point, right? Watching other brothers' videos help you to examine yourself, to check yourself, so that you remain on track, yo. Right? So it's all about your spiritual growth. So it's hard to understand how some men will complain about doing the work or will follow the truth because of this order when it's something for your benefit. Right? This is Hebrews 4 verse 1. Let us therefore fear lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. Right? For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard them. So the point is, let us therefore fear lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should come short of it, because we have that promise. Right? The promise was made unto our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? So all we need to do to obtain that promise is what? Show full assurance of hope and diligence unto the end. Right? Do the work, yo. It's as simple as that. The Lord does not require a lot of us. As Yahweh said, take my yoke. My yoke is easy. My yoke is light. It's not hard. Right? But I mean, everybody have a smartphone, even though I have a laptop. I'm doing a lesson on my smartphone now. It's so easy. You just record the screen, you narrate over the scriptures, and you upload it just like that. Boom. You know, you've done a lesson. Right? It's not something difficult, yo. It's not something difficult. And lastly, this is Proverbs chapter 24 verse 30. I went by the field of the slothful and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding, and lo, it was grown over with thorns, and nettle that covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken. Right? Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands of sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, and thy want as an armed man. So what's the point of this? He came by a man that was slothful and void of understanding, and the vineyard had overgrown and become wild, yo. Had overgrown all its boundaries and barriers, and thorns and nettles, you know, which were corrupting his plants or you know, strangling his plants, had grown over. Why? Because he's not taking care of the garden. He's not dressing the vineyard. It's the same thing with your spirit, yo. If you don't nurture the spirit, you know, the flesh takes over. The flesh, you know, the flesh squeeze the life out of the spirit with its thorns and its nettles, yo, and cover the face thereof. Right? You don't want that, because at the end of the day, what happened? You fall asleep, meaning you're going right back into the world. Whether you be a Christian or whether you be just a normal nigga on the side of the street, yo. Right? So the idea is, you know, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, a little, as Jamaican say, as you sleep, you slide. Right? So